Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this lesson. Today I am going to discuss on the topic A Work of Artifice, which is written by Marge Piercy. This is a beautiful thought-provoking poem that uses the metaphor of bonsai tree to address the theme of societal expectations and limitations imposed on individuals, particularly women. So this is a beautiful poem, children. So before starting, let me ask you, have you subscribed to my channel? If you have not subscribed up till now, then please do, and watch the video till end, and press the like button if you have liked it, and I'm sure you're going to like it as it will be very helpful for your exam. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for my latest notification, and yes, do put your valuable comments below. So children, let us start the poem. And before that, let me tell you something about the poet Marge Piercy. She is an American poet, novelist, social activist who was born on 31st March 1936 in Detroit, Michigan. She attended the University of Michigan and earned a bachelor's degree in literature. She has published over 20 volumes of poetry and more than 20 novels, including the best-selling Gone to Soldiers, which is set during the War II. She is a recipient of the Arthur C. Clarke Award in 1991 for her science fiction novel He, She and It. She has been married to 3 times, and her second husband was the poet Robert B. Silver, who co-founded the New York Review. She has received numerous awards and honors throughout her career. She currently resides in Wellfleet and speaks on the issue of social justice. So children, this poem, the poet invites the reader to question whether the manipulation and control is necessary or beneficial, and encourages resistance against the societal expectations and norms. Now let me tell you something about the poem. The poem begins by describing the bonsai tree, a delicate and meticulously cared for specimen confined to an attractive pot. This tree, which would have grown to a towering 80 feet on a mountainside, has been carefully pruned and shaped by a gardener, resulting in a plant that is only 9 inches tall. So in this poem, children, we are going to discuss line by line explanation, word meanings, MCQ'S, question and question answers. So first of all, in this video, I'll be discussing line by line explanation along with the word meaning. This poem delivers a powerful message about the constraints that society places on individuals, especially women, and the potential that is lost due to these limitations. The bonsai tree is a poignant reminder of how living beings can be stunted and controlled for the sake of fitting into an idealized mold. The poem encourages readers to question the challenge societal expectations and to recognize the true potential that lies within every individual, free from the confines of artificial limitations. So children, let us start with the poem The Bonsai Tree. The, Now my first stanza, and the lines are: the bonsai tree in the attractive pot. So what does bonsai tree means? Bonsai is a tree or shrub that has been dwarfed as by pruning the roots and pinching back the shoots, and is grown in a pot or other container and trained to produce a desired shape or effect. And so the bonsai tree in the attractive pot, the bonsai tree is planted in a very attractive pot. The bonsai is an ornamental tree. Could have grown 80 feet tall. So this tree, it could have grown 80 feet tall, but it cannot. Why? Because the word bonsai in Japanese means to plant in a container. For example, the bougainvillea tree, which can grow to an enormous size and height naturally, is crafted by the gardener in such a way that their growth is stunted and we can survive and grow beautifully in a small sized pot. My next line is: on the side of the mountain till split by lighting. So this line means naturally these trees grow by the side of a mountain and they are extremely tall, strong, capable of facing all dangers. It can be split into half only by a fierce lightning, but a gardener carefully pruned it. Carefully pruned it means pruned, the meaning of pruned is cut back or remove unwanted growth from a tree or a bush. So the line means the gardener has trimmed it in a very tricky way. It is 9 inches high, so in such a height that the tree cannot increase more than 9 inches. So children, in this first stanza of the poem, a work of Artifice by Marge Piercy sets up the central metaphor of the poem by describing a bonsai tree. The comparison of the tree being 80 feet tall in the wild and being kept small in attractive pot conveys that the tree is being limited and controlled. The first 4 lines of the poem present the potential of the bonsai tree to grow tall and strong. But the reminder in the line 5 that tree might be split by lightning shifts the tone of the poem from romanticizing the tree's potential to acknowledging the potential dangers of the life without limits. This serves to add depth and complexity to the metaphor of the bonsai tree, as it is not only about the limitations imposed on the tree but also trade-off and risk of choosing safety and control over freedom and growth. The poem ultimately implies that the freedom to reach one's natural potential, even with the risk and dangers it may bring, is more valuable than a safe and controlled life. So the final stanza of the poem, but the gardener carefully pruned it. It is 9 inches high, gives us an idea of the contrast between the natural state of the tree and the reality of it being pruned or shaped by someone else. This line suggests that the tree is not grown naturally but by human intervention. And in the end, the tree is only 9 inches high, which is quite small as compared to 80 feet. Yes, children. So, the literary device used in this stanza is metaphor, that is the bonsai tree, and also in attractive pot. And the simile used is could have grown 80 feet tall. Also, on the light of the mountain till split by lightning. So, these are the words of literary device, and it is simile. And personification is, but a gardener carefully pruned it. This is a personification. So the questions asked on this first stanza can be, why is bonsai tree small in size, or its size is small? So our answer will be due to human intervention. My next question is, how does the poem describe the gardener's attitude towards the bonsai tree? So the gardener's attitude is proud. My next question is, what does the poem suggest about society's control over individuals? So the answer will be that the society's control over individual is negative. Next question is, why does the poem compare the bonsai tree to the living creatures? And the answer will be that both are shaped, both means the bonsai tree as well as the living creatures, both are shaped by human intervention. My next question can be, what is described about in this stanza, in the first stanza? So the answer to this question is, the subject of this stanza is a bonsai tree in a pot which has the potential to grow 80 feet but has been pruned by the gardener to stay 9 inches high. My next question on this first stanza is, what does the bonsai tree symbolize? So the answer to this question is, the bonsai tree in the stanza symbolizes the power of human intervention and control over nature. The tree's potential of growing 80 feet tall contrasts its reality of being 9-inch tall in a pot due to gardener's pruning. This serves to add depth and complexity to the metaphor of the bonsai tree, as it is not only about the limitations imposed on the tree but also the trade-offs and risk of choosing safety and control over freedom and growth. My next question is, what does the statement "it is 9 inches high" mean? So children, the 9 inches high. So children, the statement "it is 9-inch high" simply describes the current physical size of the bonsai tree. It could be interpreted on emphasizing the small size of the tree, which is a contrast to the potential height of 80 feet that is mentioned earlier in the stanza. So if the tree would have grown naturally, it would have been 80 feet tall. But since it is pruned by the gardener, it has remained to only 9 inches high. My next question is, the bonsai tree in an attractive pot. So what does this line mean? So children, this line, this is the image of the bonsai tree in an attractive pot, emphasizes the bonsai tree as a carefully crafted and controlled object. The attractive pot could be seen as an extension of the gardener's pruning, as it is another aspect of the tree's appearance that has been shaped and controlled by human hands. It could imply that the bonsai tree is considered a valuable and cherished item rather than just a naturally grown tree. My next question is, what does the line "till split by lightning" on the side of mountain imply in the stanza? So the line "till split by lightning" on the side of the mountain implies the idea of natural world as unpredictable and uncontrollable. The image of the tree being struck by lightning is a reminder that even though the gardener has carefully pruned the tree, it still has the potential to be affected by uncontrollable natural forces. This contrast between the gardener's control over the bonsai tree and the uncontrollable natural world could further emphasize the idea of human intervention and control over nature. My next question on this stanza is, what is the message of the poet? What message the poet wants to convey by writing this stanza? That is the first stanza. So the answer is, the writer's intended message is not clearly expressed in this stanza alone. The stanza describing a bonsai tree and its size, but the meaning or symbolism of the tree and the gardener's pruning are open to interpretations. In regard to the rest of the poem, it could be interpreted as the power of human intervention, precision, and control over the natural world. The writer could be emphasizing with the artistry and skill involved in growing and maintaining bonsai tree. My next question is, how does the stanza convey the idea of relationship between nature and society? So the answer to this question is, the stanza conveys the idea of the relationship between nature and society by contrasting the natural potential of the bonsai tree to grow to a great height with the human intervention of the gardener, who carefully pruned and shaped it into its current small contained form. This suggests that the human culture represented by the gardener's pruning has the power to shape and control nature, represented by the bonsai tree. The stanza also implies that the bonsai tree, which is a unique and specific cultural artifact, is valued and appreciated as opposed to a natural tree that is simply allowed to grow. My next question is, how does the stanza explore the theme of beauty and artistry? So the answer to this question is, the stanza explores the theme of beauty and artistry through its description of the bonsai tree as being in an attractive pot as the product of the gardener's careful pruning. The use of the words such as attractive and careful suggests that the bonsai tree is seen as a beautiful and well crafted object. The mention of the bonsai tree being 9 inches high is it also implies that it is an artwork that has been crafted with precision. The fact that the bonsai tree is significantly smaller than what it could have been but is still considered beautiful implies the beauty can be found in unexpected forms as well as the artistry and skill of bonsai cultivation. My next question on the first stanza is how does the stanza make use of the contrast or as a literary device? So the answer to this question is the stanza make use of contrast as a literary device by contrasting the natural potential of the bonsai tree to grow to a great height and with its current small size. This contrast emphasizes the idea of human intervention and control over nature and creates a stark image in the gardener's mind of the difference between the two. This stanza also contrasts the idea of a natural tree split up by lightning with an image of a carefully pruned and tended bonsai tree. This contrast creates a tension between the wild, unpredictable natural world and the controlled human made world. So children, the first stanza of this poem along with question answers, line by line explanation and word meaning is complete. My next video will be on stanza number 2. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Hope this lesson will be beneficial for you in your study. Thank you.